All right, folks. So when I got the Hayabusa, when I was looking it over before buying it, I could see that there was a little bit of oil dripping from the drain plug. And then when it came time to try to do an oil change, this was the gasket that they had on there. Before taking it out, I tried to snug it a little bit, but I could tell that this thing had already let go. So here's the original drain plug, M14 by 125 threads. And this thing is a no-go. I put it back in there, and after running the bike in for a few minutes to set the oil level, I had a small puddle under the bike. I mean, it was dripping pretty good. So started looking into maybe doing a time cert or something like that on it. But even with the bike up on the front stand and the rear stand, there's only about 11 inches from the ground up to where the drain plug goes. About 11 inches. So it'd be really hard to get a screwdriver. A screwdriver. It'd be really hard to get a drill in there and try to do anything with it. So I went ahead and made a mess and caught most all of the new oil that I'd put back in it in these jugs here, and started looking online for a different option. And what I found was this guy on Amazon. And most of the reviews were showing were for motorcycle owners, saying that they had fixed their strip drain plug with this. So this is specifically for a 14 by 125 thread pitch. This is supposed to be an oversized drain plug here with a little bit of a self-tapping feature. The idea being you run this in with some Loctite, pour some oil through the crankcase, comes through here, flushes out any of the little residual metal chips that you may have. And then from then on out, when you change the oil, you hold this with a wrench and you use a hex to spin this out. And then your oil drains through here. So this is kind of a last ditch. This won't damage it much more than it would if I had to put a time cert in here for a 14 by 125 bolt. So we're going to try this, and we're going to cross our fingers and hope that this works. Due to the angle of the bike and how much crap I have all over the ground, it's going to be near impossible to film this. So I will just let you know how it went after the fact. Wish me luck. All right, here's our setup. A little bit of Loctite. Clean the threads prior with some brake clean. Cleaned up in here in the threads as much as possible. And we're gonna see how this goes. Let's see if we can get this to grab that first thread. All right, that feels pretty good. Let's see how this feels. I'd be lying if I didn't admit to being nervous. Going pretty good so far. All right, that feels pretty good. Well, there's one way to find out if it worked. All right, well, the bike is back together. Just got back from an extended road test. And we are dry. So, success. That drain plug repair kit worked. Thank God.